An examination for the appointment of permanent secretaries was conducted by private waterhouse keepers, PwC. Some directors and deputy directors in the state civil service, as well as some applicants from the private sector, sat for the examination. There was also a search process which was aimed at identifying few civil servants who have been exceptional in their services to the state. The scores for those who sat for the examination, geographical spread, profession, and remaining length of service were factors that came into play in this exercise. In your busy schedule, sir, you still found time to engage all the people you considered for this appointment. You graciously appointed 18 new permanent secretaries to join others who were already in the service to pilot the affairs of the MBAs in the state. We are grateful to you for giving them the opportunity to serve in the sufficient team. On this note, sir, may I humbly present the following appointees to you for the purposes of swearing in as permanent secretaries in Anambra State. Your permission is stated. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Number one on the list is Mr. Joachim Achok. Ojayinka. Engineer Michael. Engineer Ekawanya Esquire. Pharmacist Dr. Ezebo. Mrs. Chinwe Achubu. Mrs. Ikoma Abuizu. Mrs. Nkiru Mwakwa Esquire. Dr. Engineer Martin Abule. Mr. Tochukwu Obodoya. Mr. Ifat Emodi. Dr. Mabufo Wangwo. Engineer Dr. Florence Idigo Ibenta. Mrs. Jacinta Nkiru Kamokwe Esquire. Mr. Jerome Iloku. Mrs. Chinyere Mwabachi. Thank you for this opportunity, Mr.
At this juncture, Mr. Governor, let me humbly invite the Commissioner for Justice and Attorney General of Anambra State, Professor Sylvia Ifeanyi, to handle the rest.
Professor Charles Chukwuma Soludo, CFR, C of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 as amended, empowers you to appoint the permanent secretaries in the civil service of Anambra State. Whereas, Mr. Governor, Professor Charles Chukwuma Soludo, CFR, the Governor of Anambra State of Nigeria, has pursuant to the said powers appointed Mr. Joachim Achok. 3. Engineer Michael Obiekwe. 4. Engineer W. Augustine Okonkwo. 5. Ndirika Onyekwe. 6. Dr. Obiageli Uchekwe. 7. Mr. Victor C. Ezekwe. 8. Mrs. Chinwe Achubu. 9. Mrs. Ifeoma Agbayezu. 10. Nkiru Nwankwo. 11. Dr. Engineer Martin Abeli. 12. Mr. Tochukwu Obodoya. 13. Mr. Ifat Emodi. 14. Dr. Nwabufo Wankwo. 15. Engineer Dr. Florence Idigo Ibenta. 16. Jacinta Nkiru Mokwe. 17. Mr. Jerome Iloku. 16. Mrs. Chinyere Mwabachi, as permanent secretaries in the civil service of Anambra State of Nigeria, on your behalf. Thank you, Mr. Governor. I swear that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and I will preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So help me God. I will not discriminate on the basis of religion, tribe, sex, cause, or status of practice, any form of partiality in the performance of my duties. 3. I will always pay service to the state and public, that I will always perform my official duties diligently and efficiently, and will not engage or be involved in any activity in conflict either directly or indirectly with this oath. 5. I will, in the performance of my official duties, eschew and expose corruption, and will not corrupt others.
I will always follow the path of justice,
honesty, and accord amongst all the people of Anambra State and Nigeria in all I do. 7. I will always, in the discharge of my official duties, communicate or reveal to any person any matter which shall be brought under my consideration or shall become known to me in the discharge of my duty. 9. I will always comply with the code of conduct for public officers under the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So help me God. Thank you, sir.
and the very people of Anambra State. Congratulations on you. Congratulations. I congratulate you for well-deserved appointment. And I also commiserate with you. The commiserations is that, yes, today is a happy day. I remember, if you remember during the interview, I asked one question I asked most of you. Why? What are you doing with this job? I'm saying, why? What do you think? Some of you have maybe a few years to go. So what do you do with it? Why don't you just let go? And I think with the very first thing always, the response to that question was almost like a shock. Each of you felt like a shock that I was asking that out. That this, the Prof said, is the crowning glory in the service and so on. That was the response I got during the interview. So to that extent, for being among the very few that were selected out of the very many that competed for this office, I would say congratulations. I would say congratulations again because you have been chosen strictly because you deserve it, because you merit to become Permanent Secretary. And I want to say this because in your selection, in your appointment, nobody lobbies for anybody. Nobody spoke to me about anybody. And I want to be sure, being clear that I guess that by now everybody has known that it's not the number of the parties will work to the counter. If you deserve it here in Anambra and in this solution team, if you deserve it, if you merit it, you get it. Yeah, several of you took exams, and at the interview I had with you, I think on Tuesday last week, you also, I needed to get a feel as to who these people are, get a sense that you are fit for purpose. And I must say, as we said during graduation ceremonies, we said these are people found worthy in learning and character. And I want to believe that we are also, I didn't have much chance to dive deep into character and so on, but certainly by way of learning, experience, and the job, there's no question that you are very well deserved. And to that extent, again, I say congratulations. This is one appointment, sort of appointment that's quite unique. I'm told that this is the first time we're going through this kind of competitive process in appointment of permanent secretaries. People had to go through exams ministered by PricewaterhouseCoopers and so on and so forth to compete. And then with a hybrid also some high flyers within the service. We needed to send multiple messages. And you see, you've just taken the oath of office of permanent secretaries. And I always want to remind you of number 2. To say, I will not discriminate on the basis of religion, tribe, sex, cult, or status, or practice any form of partiality. We selected you, and I chose to appoint you without regard and paying no attention whatsoever to your religion, your tribe, your sex, your cult, or status, or any partiality. And this I want you to go on, and that is why in the set of you, out of the 18 of you, you have Acho from Abia, from Oshu, and then you have the rest of you from Anambra. You have within you, and I'm particularly excited about the needs, the gender needs. That out of the 18 of you, 8 are women. That's about 44. Since we can have a fraction of a human being so far. I'm particularly excited about that part of it. You've come from various backgrounds, and I want to believe that that way you're going to give adequate service to one another. We look for nothing but excellence. Nothing but excellence. And every day of your assignment, I want you to always remember your oath of allegiance and your oath of office. All the stuff that you have, sworn to hear with your right hand raised in the presence of all these people and God watching you, that every day, if I were you, photocopy this and put it somewhere, many places, even in your office, and so on. Each morning, when you assume office, read this again. Don't just read it glibly. Meditate on each of them. That today, I will not discriminate. I will deal with this, only this. I will do this, I will do this. I will work conscientiously, and so on and so forth. Eschew corruption, expose corruption, this and that. Work on the path of justice, honesty, and concord. among our people. These are the things you swore to. Please. You are men and women of honor and integrity, and Anambra deserves nothing but the best. My commiserations to you is that you've come at challenging times. Here in the solution team, we literally pay to serve. We pay to serve. Most of the people here, well, at these challenging times, you know what the situation is. At the personal level, I have not received a cover of salary since I assumed office. I've forgotten mine because I wanted to declare that I am working and serving for one. I chose to do that deliberately. It's not that I'm not forced to do that. I'm not asking you. It is the symbolism of it that we pay to serve. And in the course of your duties, and given the challenging time, there will be several things that you may require, or that used to be the accompaniments of the exalted office of Permanent Secretary, which you might just get back and you're looking for them and they're not there, and they are saying, oh, if I can. Is that all? You know. And I'm sure over the last weekend, your phones would have been dropped with congratulatory messages and celebrations, and we're going to do Thanksgiving and all of that. The pressure on you will be, could be yourself. These are challenging times. You may not find that people who make comparisons with some times in the past. I did say that some events and some meetings recently, I did draw people's attention to the fact that I know a state that was receiving, in some years past, some 4 to 5 billion from Federation account a month. At the time they were receiving that 4 billion, and there about 4 billion then was equivalent to 34 million US dollars. Cement was costing a few hundred naira. But the people still need roads, they need culverts. All the machines you require to do any construction, they all depend on diesel and so on. Your asphalt and bitumen and all, the prices are out there. So the cost of running government has also gone 5, 6, 7 times over. But that same state, 34 million US dollars then, in today's naira, will be equivalent to about 51 billion. But that state today is receiving less than 20% of that. Yet, with prices 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times over in the cost of business. So things are not the same. When you used to go and buy a car for a few thousand, or 1 or 2 million, now you need, God knows till when. I did say to some people, some of the political appointees, don't deliver service to the people. Because when you finish the fulfillment will not be the circumstances, in spite of the challenging times, to still be the change agent. If you want Anambra to get to the moon, be that change that you want to see. Be that change yourself. Never mind what else anybody wants to do, whatever anybody else is doing. Be the change, be authentic. That's what I try to do today. Because Anambra must continue to be the light of the nation. And you are the ones to lead. And the commissioners are here. Guide them aright. Partner with them. Strategically work with them to give Anambra the best of service. Thank you very much, and God bless you. Yeah, then you go and...
Who is calling the shot?
I don't. All right. I don't.
How do you feel today being sworn in as the newly permanent secretary of
I feel happy. It's the peak of my career in civil service. So I feel happy.
What the civil service of Anambra State in high esteem to see your expectations. So
I'll give my best all the time. Thank you.
thank you very much.
That is why I'm so glad, because I'm not from Anambra State and I'm selected as one of the PAMSECs. It makes me have a very homely understanding that Anambra State does not discriminate. Yeah, they don't discriminate. So it's a very nice place.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
You see, I am filled with gratitude for being considered. It's not easy. It's not easy. You know what is going on all over the world. So if you look at what is happening in Anambra State today, you see that the kind of administration we have is just administration, fair administration, excellent administration. Without that, it will not be possible. So I feel so grateful to and my colleagues and everybody in Anambra State finding me work is I want to thank everybody. And my resolve is to ensure that what trust has been put in me, I will translate it to service, diligence, efficiency in the state. I've been doing that before. I will work hard to make Anambra State proud. I will do that. That is the promise. Very soon. What I will try to do is to even outdo the and I promise you that no one will
In fact, I feel delighted. I thank God for everything. And I thank the governor of Anambra State for having found me worthy to partake in this particular blessing. So I'm so happy.
Okay, what should Ndi Anambra expect from you going forward?
Everything best, everything excellence. I will do this job diligently within my ability to ensure that the vision of this administration and even other administration coming forward will be achieved.